Howdy folks, back again spraying. I just poured my chemicals in, so I'm letting it mix up, but just wanted to show y'all what I'm trying to kill. We got some of this stuff that we call salad. Looks like it. I'm trying to get rid of. And then there is some of chickweed in here I'm trying to get out, but that's mostly it. Just a little salad and chickweed. But as y'all can see, my fertilizer done pretty good. There's about 37 acres here. There's several little fields. There's another one over there, and then there's a big one in between the two of these. But I get some footage in the tractor. But this stuff in some places is done a foot high. I mean, it's probably a good 6-7 inches there. But I gotta get some of this stuff sprayed pretty quick. It's close to knee high right there, so if I don't get sprayed now, I'll do too much damage spraying it, so I gotta get it on it. It's a little bit breezy today, but they're hollering rain all next week and bad weather, so if I don't get it done today, it'll be another week, and by then I'm afraid with all that rain it'll be too tall to do anything with. So let me hop in here and make a few rounds, get my outer rounds done, and then I'll turn the camera back on the tractor and we'll talk some. Okay, well, I got my other good hat on today. But anyway, just to continue on the weed discussion a little bit, most of the weeds we have in our area are chickweed, what we call salad. There is a little bit of thistle in here I've seen since I've been riding around, but there's not a whole lot this time of year. That'll be a little bit later before we get that. We have thistle, yellow flowers. I don't know the exact name of them, but everybody knows what they are. We call them yellow flower weed. Pain in the rear end. They come up probably around June, July time. And what we call red briars. I don't know the exact name of them. I'm sure they have a technical name. I don't know it. But what it is the plant, the stalks of it and the stems that the leaves grow on are red. And they have green leaves, and then they have these little buds on them with their seeds. It kind of looks like orchard grass buds on the end of orchard grass seed. But I don't know what the name of them are, and they have these briars on them. They're really bad around July and August. They're summertime weed. And the good thing about using Grazon Next is once it kills them, or you spray it, it keeps killing the entire year, and you don't have to worry about them. It's coming up in the summertime. But if you use 2,4-D, you're going to be going back multiple times. So. But that's the most common weeds. Every now and then you'll see something else that just looks weird. We have one weed that's different from the regular salad, I call it. It looks like lettuce, like big balls of lettuce. Every now and then I'll see some of that. I don't know what those are called. They're weird. It's rare though. I generally see those on something that we've got new when that we're cutting for the first time, and then once I spray it with this once and it's gone, you don't have to worry about it no more. But I got some comments today on the spraying video I put up. Let's see, today's Saturday, so I think it was titled MF 5400 or spraying again or something like that. I forget what I named it, but Jack Cotton commented. I'm gonna do some comments answers today. He said, "Nice video. Thank you, buddy. I know you've been watching me for a while now, since probably I started, so I appreciate it. We're still getting started, but I appreciate it." Let's see. I got some more more here. I got another one from, this is a good question. I don't know if I ought to tell this or not, because some of them may be watching. But I'm not going to say what kind I have, because most of my customers are pretty good. Most of them. My horse customers. This is from AWD3264. Do you have problems getting horse people to pay? Seems to be a reoccurring problem on YouTube. That's it for that video so far. Some comments. Well, if you're in the hay business, you're gonna have problems out of every kind of person. Now, my primary customers in the hay business is horse people, because that's what I'm making. I'm making custom horse hay, or good quality, high quality hay. If I'm selling it, now we bale a lot of hay for ourselves as cows. Like if you get, generally our cull hay seems to be cow hay, which is the majority of it. So, but my good stuff I sell to horse people, and I bale a lot of horse hay. But yes, I have issues with getting some of them to pay. Some of them I never even think twice about. Some of them I don't even like leaving the hay without collecting the money before the truck's unloaded. You have two kinds of horse people. And I don't want to offend nobody saying this. You have two kinds. There's two classes of horse folks. You've either got one class that just want good hay, and they want it when they want it, and they want it good, and they don't want no issues. And that's all they care about. And if you can bring good quality to them, and you can put out good, nice looking bales, and you can put it, do what they want you to do, you keep their stuff clean when you deliver it, and you put it all out there, and whatnot, never have a problem. But they are the first, if there's something wrong with that hay, they will let you know. First, they'll be the first ones in line to let you know if there's something wrong with that hay. But you don't have to worry about what they're paying. And I have a lot of people that's like that. That's in my clientele because of the area I live in. There's a lot of horses down around Alpharetta area, down in that area. And people down there tend to be pretty well off, and they've got good money, and they're good on their word, and they'll treat you pretty good. Now, there's another kind of horse person. This is the kind that hay farmers and that people that sell anything to them hate. I probably shouldn't be saying this because I'm sure there's some of them out there watching, they're going to get pissed. But I'm not saying there's anybody that buys from me that's in this classification, but I have dealt with people like this before. Actually, come think of it, nobody that buys from me is like this anymore, because we about weeded through everybody that we didn't want to sell to. Once you're in the hay business for so long selling to horse people, it'll take you probably 3 to 4 years of selling hay to get your clientele built up if you do a good job. And they'll keep coming back every year. And after a while, you'll figure out which ones are good on their word and their money's good. And then you're going to have some that will, this is my classification point. They will do whatever they've got to do to make sure that there's food in that horse's mouth. They will starve themselves. They will starve anything. But that horse will have hay. They will lie, cheat, and steal if they have to make sure of it. They'll hide from you. You won't be able to find them. You can't track them down. When you pull up to the barn, and go and looking for them to pay you after it's been 3 weeks to a month after you've delivered them hay, and they have not offered to pay you, you can't get them to answer the phone, nothing. You go pull up looking for them, and everybody in that horse barn, if they're a boarder, it's mostly boarders that you have these problems with, people that has these horse boarding barns. everybody in the barn will have this routine answer give to you, like, oh, she's going to the bank, or he's going to the bank, or, oh, well, you just missed them, they're out doing this, you want me to let them know you come by, or, oh, she's doing this, or he's doing that. And it's always the same thing, never different. And you can go up there to this day, the next day, and the next day, and it'll be the same shit. What it is they tell them what to tell you. And they know, their boarders know that they're hiding them. And why anybody won't board somebody like that, I don't know. But they do. These Bookoos people does. And they won't pay you. That's the biggest people I have issues with, is people that has these boarding barns. Now, I've got several boarding barns now that over the years I've figured out who's who that I enjoy. I love them. Them being my customers, because they pay. They buy a lot of hay and they pay. If you can find a good boarding barn that has a respectable reputation, that's been there a long time, and the owners of it will pay you and have the money to pay you, then yes. But you have a lot of these startup boarding places where these people think they're going to rent these barns and they're going to go in there and get rich off of these horses doing stuff. And if they manage it properly, they probably could make a good amount of money boarding horses. It's easy money. It really is, compared to a lot of things. But the problem I found with boarding people is their money comes in all at one time. They take all that money. This is the kind of person that is. At the beginning of the month, they'll ride high for 2 weeks. They'll go buy shit, new boots, new crap, new everything. I mean, just throw money away and forget about the next 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks, they won't have a pot to piss in or hardly anything. All their bills come up late, and you have to wait till they get paid again. And then all at one time, they'll go pay all those bills at one time, and they'll go ride high for another 2 weeks. And it's constantly just a nightmare. But it's a hassle. I mean, it really is. It's a pain in the ass. It's not, most cattle people, I'm not all of them like that, but most cattle people, if they buy something from you, you can just about bet that they're going to pay you what you owe, or what they owe you right then and there before you even leave. And that's because we've all had it a little bit hard over the years, and we don't like to owe nobody nothing, because if you get a bad reputation and you're planning on being around for a long time in that business, once you ruin your name, you ain't got no name, and ain't nobody gonna want to do no business with you. A lot of horse barns have that issue. They get people that they'll piss off everybody in the hay industry, and then they'll have to go buy from these feed stores. They'll give them a line of credit, and then when they get messed up with the feed stores, it ain't like the farmers. Most farmers won't come after you and sue you, but feed stores will. They'll come after your rear end, and they have to keep them paid up. By God, they'll block your butt up. But it's a headache. There ain't nothing easy. I've not ever seen a dollar that was easy to make. There's work in everything, and there's headaches in everything, especially in farming. There's nothing easy about farming, and there's no golden road. But if you enjoy it, and that's what you like to do, have at it. 100%. Go right at it, because that's what I do. It's not easy. It's not for everybody, but if that's what you love to do, that's what you need to do. You can't go and do what you hate to do and expect to be miserable your whole life. So, life's too short for that. But there's all kinds of horse folks. I've dealt with every kind there is, I think. Of course, I get to find new stuff all the time. And then there'll be instances where you have hay that you'll take out to horse people. That's another thing that happens. Is you'll take a load of hay to a horse person. Nothing wrong with it. They'll call you up when you come get it. And you'll get there, and you'll look at it. They want you to come look at it first. get there and look at it, and you say, well, what's wrong with it? And they'll say, oh, my horses won't eat it. And you say, okay, well, is it moldy? No. Is it dusty? No. Is it too dry? No. Is it too steamy? No. Is the color off? No. And what's wrong with it? My horses won't eat it. Okay. And then you go looking around their barn, and they're feeding their horses sweet feed, alfalfa in the stall, mixed in with your hay, hay outside too. The horse is so fat it can't even hardly walk, and then they want to talk about why the horse won't eat your hay. So you deal with crap like that, and then they want you to give them your money back. And then there's also another thing with that is too, you'll run into is people like that will want to bring you your hay back. They want you to come get their hay, and there not be anything wrong with it. They'll be complaining about it, but what it really... My camera died, so we're going with the iPhone from here. Yeah, it's like putting a steak next to a piece of fried chicken. You're gonna eat the steak every time, especially when you get all that food. Then they won't complain about it. It's that way with any business. It don't matter what you're in, you're going to have to deal with people not wanting to pay or something like that. But it's just part of it. You just got to deal with it. Then you do about it. It's like crying over spilt milk. My console, in case any of y'all wondered, is doing good. It don't ever move. It's real sturdy, and it looks a heck of a lot better than the old one too. And the GPS is good. The cutting on issue I had was in the plug. I just had to put some electrical grease on the end of it. It came with it. I didn't put it on it. I should have. When I put it on it, it fixed it. So I ain't had any more issues out of that. Every now and then I have to unplug the plug and plug it back in, but that ain't no big deal because it's just a cigarette lighter to plug in. So. But I love driving this tractor. Every time I get in it for a while, I've been in it now for the last probably week. It reminds me how much I love this thing. It's just, it ain't a bad day anymore. Unless something my pulling tears up, and then I have a bad day. As far as the tractor goes, yeah, I mean, you just can't beat it. They made these things heavy too. I had to, today, to come up here, the 28-foot single axle trailer of ours was hooked up, and, not single axle, single wheel, wasn't tandems. And, so I tried to load it on it, and I was going to bring it up here without having to swap the trailers. I had never hauled it with that trailer. But that trailer hauled a lot of weight. But I pulled this thing on there, and I found out real fast that wasn't going to work. So I had to swap the trailers out with 36-foot tandems underneath it. Go that route, so. It took me a little while to get up here today. I finally got here. The old white Dodge, that sucker handles that load just fine. It handles my tractor trailer, pulls it too. Good. I tell you that truck is like a little semi. It's a 2002 Dodge 3500. It's got the wide dually axle underneath the rear end with an American axle, not the Dana. And it's the first gen 6-speed that they came out with that was so good. I wish they'd put that transmission gearing design in it in these newer ones they've got. The newer 6-speeds that they've got in these trucks, the gear, the low or first, whatever you want to call it, is too low, and then second is a little ways from it. And I just don't like the way the gearing's laid out in it. I like this one better. And it's got the 24 valve, the original 24 valve that they came out with in it. And I'm telling you, that thing will pull anything. It pulls loads better, a whole lot better than the C70 does, and handles them. The C70, I don't know, everybody always, I had guys, they comment on it, on my video, I made a vid about how it was pulling it. I don't know if there was something that happened from the 70s model 366 to the 80s model 366, but the one in that truck has not got many miles on it, and it won't pull nothing. It just has no power. They shouldn't have never put that motor in that truck. It's just way too small to pull, to be in that size of the truck. It should have had a 400 cubic inch motor in it instead of a 300. I wish it had the 454, and then you'd have some, or a Detroit diesel in it. But that darn 366 that's in it, that thing would, and we put a dual Holley carburetor on it too, so it's got a nice, a good carburetor on it. It's not got, and it still, it won't pull a hair of a cat's ass. It'll get, I mean, like I said, it'll get you there. But you ain't getting nowhere fast. And when you hit a hill, you better be ready, because you're going to end up in third low on the 2-speed or second high on the 2-speed. Because you ain't going to go no faster than that up no hill with that truck. And it's all it can do to get it up. And I don't care if the thing's got 22 rolls of hay on it, or if it's got 10. It's not a gearing issue, because the thing's geared lower than hell. But I don't know, man. I like the truck. I like everything about it but that. And that's the only thing I don't like about that truck. One of these days we're gonna put a 454 in that thing and get it painted. If we ever get around to it. It's got air brakes. I love the air brakes on it. They stop a lot better than the old hydraulic brakes do. I don't know. My grandpa had a 366 in the 70s and the 60s, I think. He said then, he said, man, that motor had so much power. I mean, it just run like this. The 80s ones don't. I don't know what they changed or what happened. What the deal was with that. Somebody else may know. Somewhere between around in the 70s when they put that motor in them trucks, and the 80s that truck's an 83 model. They changed something. That thing ain't got no power. It just ain't. And everybody I know that's got one of those around here says the same thing. They say, oh, 366 ain't got no power. 454 does. 366 ain't. I don't know. That's the first one we've had, and with that motor in it, and that's the last one I'm gonna have with that motor in it. It'll have a 454 or a diesel in it, or I'll not buy another one. Because I don't like it. Oh. But anyway, I guess I've bored y'all enough. But, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Y'all have a nice day. I'm going to try to get this spraying done when I get home. We're supposed to be going to Charleston, me and my wife, but we'll see. I don't know if they're going with somebody else. I still don't know for sure if they're going to be able to make it or not. If they don't, we might just stay home. We'll see. See y'all later.